Hi, Kathy Barrow here. So I just am going to tell you a little bit about my story in hopes that it inspires you to do the work that you need to do to recover. So in 2005, I was diagnosed with inflammatory breast cancer. And in 2006, I was diagnosed with a high-grade tumor in my head and neck called a mucoepidermoid carcinoma. So back in 2005, we really didn't have access to the internet and the plethora of people out there telling us how to heal or how they healed and trying to do what they did. Really, I was forced in a way to find my inner voice without all that chaos in my head. So while receiving treatment for inflammatory breast cancer, I started to learn how to meditate and how to breathe, how to regulate my breath. In addition, how using food as medicine could make such a big difference in cutting off the blood supply to the tumors, which is called anti-angiogenic. Angiogenesis is the creation of blood vessels, which in a healthy person only happens during wound healing and with women during menstruation and pregnancy. So when angiogenesis is kind of out of balance, that's when disease is allowed to start to take hold. And so with cancer, cancer cells require blood vessel growth or blood to nourish them. So I really focused on foods that were anti-angiogenic and anti-inflammatory. And it was hard to find organic back in 2005. So between a CSA, a community-supported agriculture, which is a local farm that grows produce, and you buy a subscription, and then every week you get food throughout the season. We also ended up growing about 70% of our food on our farm. We had a 60-acre farm just for fun. We had horses, and then we started growing chickens and cows and turkey, along with all of our produce. And then I also restored the prairie and medicinal plants. So it was a huge learning curve for me, but it was how I really healed ultimately. Finally, then I was introduced to Reiki, which I call the complete healing. That's when, if you stick with it and you do your meditation and you do your breathing work, your heart just opens up and you're able to feel that peace and that joy, which is so healing, because we have to remember that thoughts create feelings, and those feelings create action in our body. So those thoughts can be good thoughts, or they can be challenging thoughts like fear and anger. And so we have to recognize those thoughts right off the bat so that they don't create in a hospitable environment in our body for disease, not just cancer, but a whole host of diseases. So we have to learn to stay in that parasympathetic state, that relaxation state. And we do that through mindfulness, but also Reiki really helped me complete that opening so that, in so many ways, I'm a different person than I was. And I am grateful for the experience of going through it, because for me, cancer is a symptom of something bigger. And really that is, you're not on your path, and you need to get back on your path, and you need to be living your life the way that you were meant to live your life. And so I guess the advice I would give as I enter my 19th year post-diagnosis, no cancer, haven't had cancer since 2007. I guess my advice is don't look for lots of external things like supplements or frequency machines or special smoothie or not smoothie juicers. Don't look for those things. Look inside and do your work inside. And so that is, creating an environment in your body that's at rest and peaceful, and even filled with joy at times. And there's lots of different ways to get there. I choose simple, attainable, sustainable ways, such as meditation, breathing, and using food as medicine, and then Reiki. So I hope you will seek those things out and live a life that is more closely on your path.